What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I got to have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me? This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Um, Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm your host, Anton Daniels. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Life is good. Life is good. So a little bit of a pivot. We have to do an early morning show. We had a decision to make. Today. So my guy Jason Whitlock hit me up and he said, Anton, I want to do a live stream today at 11:30, 11:45. 11:30, 11:45. Now, obviously, that's the time that I'm usually live streaming on the Millionaire Morning Show. So I had a decision to make. And the decision was either I could pivot and cancel the show for Wednesday and then live stream it on Saturday, or I could do an earlier show and rock out with him at 11:30, 11:45. So obviously, I opted for the latter. And so here we are today. So I apologize to my friends and my compadres over on the West Coast because I know that y'all have to get up at 6:30. And so you may not even be expecting this. It may be a lot of people that tune in coming in, straggling late and stuff like that. Like, oh man, what happened? I missed it. You're gonna have to restream it, and then we're gonna get back to business the next day. But I am says you just wanted a longer day off. Admit it. I don't have days off. But what? Where did you get that from? Where did you get this whole days off narrative from? What makes you think that I ever have a day off? Even if, let's just say Wednesday, right? Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening. One of the things that I have to do immediately after I get off of Jason Whitlock's, here, I'll play it for you. Just got the voicemail.
Stop right. I believe you said. Hey there, this is Logan Clark. I got your message. Yeah, that's the plan. Is I plan on stopping out. I believe you said after 1 o'clock. Yeah, give me a holler when you can. I'm just running around doing estimates, trying to play some catch up on that end of things. So
I gotta go and I gotta meet with my tree cutter because one of the properties that we breaking ground on next week, he got to cut down 4 trees. So we got to go from there. So that's after 1 o'clock. So again, we live streaming on Jason Whitlock's channel. I'm gonna go over there at 11:30, 11:45, and we're gonna get it popping. What's up, Molly? What up, Richard? What up, I am? I know. We all just playing around. It is what it is. Perfect timing. My second job as a protester doesn't start until 9 a.m. Yeah, so we're gonna kick it for a couple hours over here. Hopefully I can add some value into your lives, and we're gonna, go into some of the things that's happening across the nation and the news. And so we're gonna pivot a little bit, and so I can chill, and we're gonna get it popping. Some people love the early shows. Blissful Saving says, I love the early shows. Jennifer says, what up though? I shadow you for my growth, and I know your grind is ridiculous. I just love the game. Honestly, I love the hustle. I love the hustle. I was hustling, I was working, I was busy, I was putting in just as much time. Um, way before the money came. Way before the money came. So the money is always going to be a byproduct of the hustle. I will say this also. Well, I'll save that for the first show. You like the early shows too? What do y'all like about the early shows more than y'all like about the more afternoon shows? You get up at 4 a.m., Richard? Sometimes I don't even get to bed till 4 a.m. Change the batteries in your smoke detectors. I didn't know that I had batteries was out. I don't have no problems with no batteries. I don't know what you're talking about on that. What do y'all like about the early show more than you name? You said, well, the name is the morning show. Well, the morning show is a brand. You know what I'm saying? The morning show is a brand. It's a brand that basically I've built sweat equity into by creating it. And so why would I give it up? What would I rename it? I catch the whole show when you start early. It ain't no ringing in here. I don't have problems with smoke detectors. The time is definitely better. The early shows get you closer to clocking out of work. Early shows get you closer to clocking out of work. I don't understand that. Oh, that was a public service announcement for all the black people, not you. 6, what time I get to bed last night, back up at 6:30. You got to get some rest, big dog. The timing by 9 a.m., I'm looking for you. If you love life differently, you up at 5 a.m. I feel it's an actual morning show. This is better. Get to listen to you in the car when going to work. I'm already at work. Helps the morning go by faster. Well, some people say, I'll say this though. Some people say that the afternoon shows is a little better for them because while they at work, by the time that the show ends, because sometimes a show can go 2.5 to 3 hours. Today it's only going to be about 2 hours. They say that after the show end, they look up and they almost ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? So some people is like, yo, while I'm at work, it gets me really, really quickly through my day. And then other people say, well, it get me started throughout my day. So I don't know what that balance is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that balance is. Did you see AK was here? Did you see AK was here for the concert last night? I ain't paying attention to what nobody had going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm gonna see. Hold on, let me see this. Here's a thought: stream after hours while waiting for the morning show. Here's a thought: stream after hours while waiting for the morning show at the regular time. Oh, so you making a suggestion for the people in the chat? I usually start the time in the morning, evening, afternoon, evening. You latest F. Oh, that's because let me tell you, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all notice, but I put a lot of time into my craft. And when we doing after hours can go 3-4 hours. Sometimes I don't even get into bed till 2 a.m. Eastern, or I don't end the show till 2 a.m. Sometimes I don't get into bed till 3 a.m. And then I got to be back up. And so it's trying to balance the time a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We just finished. We figuring it out. We gonna figure it out. I'm on the road at 4 a.m. Central Time, so I'll always be listening. Well, the one thing that you can say though is I always give y'all content to get y'all through y'all day. That's a fact. Like, I am consistent. I'm always gonna try to give you as much content as I possibly can, whether it be after hours or the Millionaire Morning Show or the videos that's in between or the live streams for the Patreon. I'm always trying to make sure that I keep y'all entertained and educated throughout the day. So regardless of whether we stream at 9:30 a.m. in the morning or we stream at 10 o'clock at night, we gonna cook. And we not gonna half step. We not gonna give y'all a half-ass show. We not gonna, you know what I'm saying, slow motion or whatever. We're going to show up and show out, and I'm gonna give my best and my all every single time. Every single time I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to give y'all everything that y'all can take. All right. So that much I promise you. I may be late, but I'm gonna give you as much content as you can take to get you throughout your day and to get you through your evening. All right. AD skin is glowing because of that Tiege. It's because I feel good. That's because I feel good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So I was giving y'all a little bit of time to get yourselves in here. All right. So let me read a couple of Cash Apps so I can make sure that I acknowledge the people that's really, really supporting the platform. I want to say shout out to Cartier Oliver, says at Saria Brooks from 7/21/2024 live stream. Y'all really want me to get a snow bunny on here, don't y'all? Shout out to Mike, that dude. I appreciate you. Cartier Oliver. Shout out to Spencer Campbell. Spencer Campbell, I appreciate you for supporting the platform. Also, thank you. Y'all really love us snow bunnies. Black men love white women. I tell you that much. I don't know what the obsession is. Black women love them some white women. They love white women. And I don't care who you talk to. You can talk to white women, black women, it don't make no difference to me. I think you should go wherever your preference is, but I don't know what the see. Look at this. Did somebody say snow bunny? I don't know what is the obsession. While I prepare this live stream for y'all. What is the obsession with white women? Why are y'all so obsessed with white women? What is that about? Or really, really light-skinned women. Y'all obsessed with white women or really, really light-skinned women. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure it out too, Corey. What is the fascination? Somebody said they're more pleasant. I love all women. I love all women too. Love my crew of snow bunnies because it feels illegal. That's probably the best explanation that I've heard. All right, I'm glad that people is being honest today. So I guess we can go ahead and get started with the show. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I don't understand the obsession with white women. I don't. Say because it feels illegal. Oh man. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to it. So again, we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program tomorrow. But today we got the early show, and we're gonna be switching over to Jason Whitlock's channel at about 11:45 a.m. Eastern, and we're gonna cook up on there on the panel. All right. Get that Tiege Hanley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. Also, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. People have been asking me to cover this. And so, to be honest with y'all, I've been kind of waiting for somebody to summarize it more effectively, because when I seen this on X, because X is the only place, I love X. And the reason that I love X is because X give you the unfiltered. Now, it's a bunch of stuff that come with X that you don't necessarily need in your algorithm if you go down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? You can make a wrong turn, and next thing you know, you see a chick getting bust down unfiltered. But X is great for unfiltered, uncensored content, so you can see what's happening. And when I seen the video, when I seen two different videos and they had it from two different angles, when I seen the video, it kind of broke my heart, because It's stuff that I hear on a regular basis. I see people threaten me all the time. I screenshotted one of them. It's somebody that be in my chat. He subscribed. I'll show it to you right now. I screenshotted it. I want to show you something really quickly. This is why I'm very, 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 very careful. Y'all remember that dude named Young Fifth? This is what he looked like. Let me show it to you. This is what he looked like. Remember the guy in the red hat? His name was Young Fifth. And look, he subscribed. He subscribed to the channel. His name is Young Fifth. He be in the chat. So when y'all see him, I want y'all to know who it is that y'all dealing with. And he'll say, look, he's saying this ninja Anton, stay talking ish, but he's going to find out exactly why he's doing a secret meetup. Sir, why are you grown, old as hell, grown? Again, this is what he looks like. I always like to take documentation so I can submit it to the authorities. Grown as hell, throwing up gang signs. You subscribe to, no, he's not a bag chaser. Of course he's not a bag chaser. You're a subscribe to the channel and you're talking crazy on the internet, leaving me comments. People be sending me emails. They be obsessed with me. They start following me on Instagram. They stay subscribed to the channel. And I be thinking to myself, why? Why are you here? It is Arrested Development. Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the obsession with me to the point to where you feel as though we need to interact at all? We have 350 million. Hopefully we have 340 million after Trump getting done deporting illegal migrants. But we have over 350 million people in the United States of America alone. Why are you here? Why do you feel the need to have a conversation with me? And I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I've reached a level of fame where people just follow just to hate. Well, check out this story. This is a story of a couple YouTubers. They didn't even really have no motion. I heard that they combined had less than 10 or 15,000 subscribers, but they kept going live with 22 people watching and stuff like that, 33 people watching. One guy was looking for the other one, talking stuff, trying to hunt him down. And this was the result of it.
And the shooting comes after months of an online feud between YouTubers Finny the Legend and the accused shooter Manuel Ruiz. Fox 5's Molly McBride joins us in the studio with a new look into what could have led up to last night's shooting. Molly.
Well, through one of Finny's friends, we're learning more about what could have led up to this shooting and what Finny and his wife Bubbly meant to the Vegas, Arizona YouTube community. A son, a father.
Oh, he's a good father. He takes care of his kids.
And a grandfather. Derek Ware tells me the Arizona-based YouTuber, Finny the Legend, was just a big, friendly guy.
If something was wrong, he would just always check up on me.
He was a husband, too. Ware says Finny's wife, who went by Bubbly, lived up to her name, lighting up each room she entered.
She would have fun everywhere she went. People wanted to be around her.
He says he actually met Finny through the accused shooter, Manuel Ruiz's YouTube page, offering insight on the feud between the two YouTubers.
This was brewing. This brewed for 2 years.
Ware says it all started back in 2023 when Ruiz pepper sprayed Bubbly on Fremont Street.
I was saying, I'm just glad it was pepper spray and it wasn't bullets.
A grim foreshadowing of what was to come.
I said, I don't want to see you here in pain with bullets in you. So let's figure this out.
Ware says Finny chose to never get physical.
His wife said she was okay. So he was just like, okay, let's handle this another way.
Instead, he fought back online.
He controls his emotions very well. That's what I liked about him the most.
Ware says Finny held a weekly live stream where people could speak freely about anything, including their grievances with Ruiz.
Manny was welcome to come on and defend himself. He kept it fair. It wasn't just a bash. It wasn't just let's talk about Manny, talk bad about Manny. It's just everybody's experience.
So let's talk about that for a second. Let's stop that there. Remember when I created Fight Club? I almost feel like these people they tried to use my idea and then went left. I created Fight Club as a result of trying to keep people out the streets, I think it was like the day after Thanksgiving or summer, whatever that was, that weekend where it's like the biggest drinking day of the year. And I'm like, y'all, why don't y'all just come on the channel and come and kick it with your boy overnight while I work, because I'm gonna be working overnight and I'm not trying to be out in these streets at the time that people is out here doing stuff that they're not supposed to do, right? Started Fight Club. Fight Club evolved to where it created its own channel. And we used to have thousands and thousands of people in there, depending on the night. Sometimes we would have even five. The most I ever seen was like 7,000 or 8,000 people in there at one time. And Fight Club, right? And so it spawned naturally an environment where on Friday, Saturdays, and Sunday nights, basically, we allowed for people to be able to come up on the panel, say whatever it is that they want to say, debate about the subjects that they wanted to debate about, and it was open for all. And then we created a bounty system that everybody stole. And so I'm and then a lot of other YouTubers channels launched from Fight Club. Do you remember K Cooper? A lot of people's channels spawned from Fight Club. I'm daddy to a lot of these people out here. I know that they don't want to give me my credit. I know that they don't want to say that Anton is the one that launched me or gave me some visibility or started my channel. I even started some of these hater channels. You know what I'm saying? So Fight Club spawned. We would have a whole bunch of people in there. And then it started getting a little bit too messy, a little bit too violent. You know what I'm saying? And people start threatening each other and start threatening to pull up on each other and saying what they gonna do. Hey, here's my address. They start throwing out addresses online and stuff. And at that point, literally, I woke up one day because I had other people, we would take shifts and running it and stuff like that. I woke up one day and I cut it on to see what was going on. And I said, you know what? I can't be a part of this. This has ran its course. Whenever you see grown men throwing around addresses, when you see grown men starting to throw around addresses and saying that they're going to pull up on each other, we got a bigger issue at hand. So I ended it. And I think it had grew to like 14,000 subscribers, but it was like this underground community and this movement. And then it started kind of spreading and everybody started creating their own version of it. And it was exhausting. It wasn't worth the effort to continue to keep it up. And so I realized all good things sometimes must come to an end. And its season was what it was. Everybody say, Anton, you should bring back Fight Club. Nope. For what? What do I get out of it? What's the benefit of it? The goal was to give people a voice, to bring people together, to let them debate their issues out. And that's why I kind of highlighted this one right here. It says we need to bring back debate teams, bring back the schools, teach the youth how to appropriately disagree and still respect each other. It's impossible. It's impossible because you cannot prevent some people from being able to crash out. Shout out to my girl Mika. I'm gonna highlight that shortly. You can't prevent people. You can't control grown men. And when grown men is so in their emotions to where they're willing to crash out, they got family, they got kids, they got a wife, they got a girlfriend, they got a boyfriend. Shout out to my girl Molly. Or maybe they got a boyfriend in prison that they're looking to get back to. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, when you can't convince people to where they can't crash out, it starts to get threats, because my thing is, I didn't want that liability. I didn't want nobody to come back to my channel and say, well, Anton, it was on your channel or something like that. And I said, you know what? If y'all gonna crash out, y'all gonna crash out on your own. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want nothing to do with it. So I ended it. And then people was crying, oh my God, I can't believe it, or whatever. And then I heard that some other guys was in jail. And so I said, man, I ain't got time for this. A lot of the problems that I have, or a lot of the problems that was created for me, was created during that environment. Some of the haters that created a lot of the rumors that y'all see today, this is the honest to God truth on everything. Some of the biggest haters where people gain visibility came from that platform. Somebody threatened somebody else. Anton steps in, and this is on my father's soul grave. Somebody came in threatening somebody else. Then they go on their channel. Their channel only got 79 subscribers. They go make a video. Hey, I hate this person that we ran into each other on Fight Club on Anton's panel. Anton goes over and say, hey, man, can y'all be amicable? Can y'all be civil? Can you take this video down, or at least don't use my content in order to create vitriol and hate towards another person? Look at Anton. I hate this motherfucker. Next thing you know, I spawn a supervillain. It's like, oh, shit, here we go with this shit again. I created supervillains from Fight Club. Some of the very people, this is the honest to God truth, some of the very people that created the rumors that you guys use today came from people that came from the channel that had nothing to do with me, and then it created a supervillain. And now I see motherfuckers coming in my chat still saying, man, you from Nigeria. Man, you got a settlement. I'm like, okay, well, I know where that came from. Their villain origin stories came from this very type of environment that you see motherfuckers came out here and deleted each other in Vegas. It's the truth. It's the honest to God truth. And so I said, you know what? And I also realized that I gave motherfuckers too much access to me. And that's the problem. Because you endear yourself to the people. Next thing you know, it come back to bite you. So that's why you got to remove yourself. That's why you got to create a barrier to entry. That's why you got to make sure that you only rock out with a group of people. Go rock out with people that's going in the direction that you're going in. Go rock out with the people. I hear you, Car. Go rock out with the people that is going in the direction that you're going in. Do not ever subject yourself to this dusty energy, dusty mentality. You're smarter than that. You wiser than that. You got better things to accomplish. Don't put yourself in a position of where somebody is running up on.
Says as Ruiz lost
people
followers.
keep trying to convince me, man, why you got security? Somebody's gonna say to me, hey man, you got security because you scared. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm looking at the picture in their background and it's dusty. Got dirty drawers on the floor, no cover on their mattress. But they took that picture, they uploaded it as their profile picture to YouTube, and then they jumped in the comments and told me that I was scared. You're right. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Finney's online popularity grew, dethroning Ruiz from his position as king of the tight-knit Vegas, Arizona YouTube community. But Ware tells me
king of a tight-knit YouTube community. Okay.
He never thought Ruiz would escalate to this level of violence.
That's just sickening. He's sick. That's just, what do you get out of that? I don't get that. You just ruined two families.
Or that a jealousy-fueled feud would take away his two friends forever. Now, Ware says if he wasn't resting for an upcoming surgery, he could have been with Finney on the Strip Sunday night.
Nah, you don't want to be with him, big dog. That ain't your fight. That ain't your play. That's not your fight. That's not something that you want to be involved in. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away.
Las Vegas.
That's not
Fox 5 News starts now.
The man accused of shooting and killing two people on the Las Vegas Strip will stay behind bars for now. Today, a judge ordered Manuel Ruiz held without bail.
Ruiz had his first appearance in court since turning himself in to Henderson police on Monday. We have also learned the names of the two victims, Rodney Finley and his wife, Tanisha. They were killed by the Bellagio fountain on Sunday.
And Fox 5's Victoria Saha has learned more about what he told police after he surrendered. Victoria.
Ruiz claims it was all done in self-defense. That's according to this arrest report. But police say the video circulating on social media shows a different story, and it played a big role in his arrest. But we're also learning both Ruiz and Rodney were two YouTubers who were live streaming at the same time when the shooting happened.
Were arrested for 2 counts of open murder and use of a deadly weapon.
Manuel Ruiz faced a judge Tuesday with not much to say. A big difference compared to what this viral live stream allegedly shows. This video taken by victim Rodney Finley and his wife Tanisha. Rodney is known as Finny the Legend on YouTube, and Ruiz is known as Sin City Manny. According to the arrest report, both Rodney and Ruiz were live streaming from Las Vegas Boulevard Sunday night. A viewer watching the live stream said he saw comments from others who were also watching Manny's YouTube live stream. The comments stated that Manny was across the street at the Paris hotel and was looking for Finney. About 5 minutes later, the viewer sees Manny appear on Finney's live stream and saw Manny pull a gun from his waistband. He tells investigators he shot Rodney in self-defense. Moments later, you see Tanisha panicking and grabbing the camera her husband had set up, and then the gun is turned on Tanisha. Ruiz tells police he saw a shiny black object in her hand, which he believed to be a firearm. He said he shot 2 times at her. Police say Ruiz ran away to the Paris hotel where he removed his hat and shirt. Later, it was Ruiz's wife who approached police, telling them she believed her husband just shot someone.
You can't go looking for someone and then claim that it's self-defense. So you killed him, you killed his wife, and then you're going to claim self-defense. You're going to jail for the rest of your life. And it's all over clout, all over YouTube beef. YouTube beef got these niggas, a wife killed. Both of these dudes is married, but might I add. Let me throw that in there in the mix. Arrested Development, children, married. Both of these dudes are married. And one goes looking for the other one based off of what he said online. Then he goes and kills the wife and the husband and said that it was in self-defense. You can't go looking for a dude and then go kill him and his wife and then claim self-defense. What's wrong with you? So sad. So sad. If y'all want to go check out the video of what happened, it was crazy. It was crazy. Y'all need to go and check it out on X. I can't show it on this platform because it's just too grisly. Matter of fact, don't go check it out. Don't go check it out. But I say all that to say this. Be careful who you keep around you. Be careful of the type of energy that you surround yourself with. Switch up your routines. Remove it's ways that you can blur out your address on Google. Put your properties and all of your businesses and everything, put it in a trust. Move a little bit differently. And when you start to get money, make sure that you move accordingly. Get you some security, get you a personal assistant, let the people around you kind of give you some insight, listen to them. Don't ignore them when they say, hey, listen, because Rita would be adamant. She'd be like, oh, okay, listen, so the security company that we use in this place, we're going to make sure that we have them over in this place that you traveling to. And so I'm always trying to be the man of the people. No, I don't want them to. Okay, well, then we'll just make them a little bit more inconspicuous. They don't need to be having on no bulletproof vest or nothing. They can just be chilling or whatever. But they got to be this. They got to be certified to kill. That's another thing. When y'all start to get money, make sure that the company that you hire has insurance and they are qualified to shoot any visible threat, because the insurance company is now going to be required to get them out or whatever and all of that stuff. That shouldn't be your problem. That's a them problem. That's not a you problem. Make sure you get security that is certified to go and take somebody's, because you can't play no games with these people, bro. Playing no games, 0 games played. So that's all I'm saying. Don't hire your homeboy. Don't hire homeboy security and none of that stuff. Get you some valid people. Spend the money. It's an investment in you. You are the asset. You are an asset to your people. You are an asset to everybody you employ. You are an asset to your family. You are an asset to your wife. You are an asset to your daughter, your sons. You are an asset to your community. Don't let these crash dummies try to convince y'all that y'all not supposed to be taking care of business. All right. I'm just telling you, and it's a write-off. It's a write-off. All right. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read a couple of these super chats, and then we're gonna go over to the next subject. What we got over here? 392Q says, yo, AD, check your email. Crazy story in St. Louis about a guy deleting his home in the passenger seat for trying to rob him for his car. Deleting his homie. I guess that's what you meant to say. Deleting his homie in the passenger seat for trying to rob him of his car is a wild case. Send it to me again. Put it at the top of my email. I want to check it out. Wyatt says AD have a snow bunny wear a mask to hide her identity so she'll be a little bit more authentic when voicing her opinion. No, you gotta show your face on my live streams. No hiding. Michael Moore says, good morning, AD. I'm in cybersecurity, but trying to build a framework around automation, AI, and UX. I don't think my cybersecurity degree will push me there. You don't need a degree to continue to push you in it. Every professional, whether you're a software engineer, cybersecurity, AI, whatever it is, the majority of your skill set is going to come from you doing it on your own, you doing experimentation. You have to love what you do in order to continue to grow in your field. You got to continue to push yourself. So before I ever went and got my degree, I had already knew everything that I was learning inside of the classroom. The paperwork was just to get me in the door. The degree is not to give you the skill set. You got to gain the skill set and the knowledge base on your own, but the degree is to get you in the door. You know what I'm saying? So remember that. Don't focus so much on what the degree is going to give you. You're going to have to go and get that on your own. You got to get your own certifications. You got to continue to keep up your skill set. You got to stay doing classes, stay doing experimentation, all of that stuff. Resent the email from March. Still never heard from What does your email say specifically, Don Gordon? Organized Truth says, morning AD, I'm trying to change career paths in the tech, but I keep seeing CS degrees and having more and more risks of unemployment. Is this true? Thank you, AD. And the bag chaser content is fire. Specialize. You have to specialize. AI, machine learning, cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity. You need to specialize. Forget the general CS degrees. Don't worry about that. If you are great at what you do, you will always have a job. All right. Lex, please says, good morning, Miss Andrew. What up, Lex? What up, Lex? Red Cup, my girl Mika. I love Mika. I genuinely, I have developed an affinity for Mika as my baby protege. And she's doing so well on her channel. AD is the one that gave me visibility. I'm grateful. Shout out to Mika. So dope. Greyway says, make sure y'all go check out our platform, Red Cup Podcast too. So it's a super dusty supervillain spelling Walmart backwards. Martial law. Chris Cunningham says, dusty basement behavior. Squirrel Hunter says, for every protester arrested, 100,000 goes to ICE fund. Further deportation. I said that. We'll get into it. I'm going to get into it next. Off topic, I was going downtown to watch Game 3 of the NBA Finals, but I found out there's a scheduled ICE protest in front of the arena before game time. Purple haze. Sorry for the typo. Is resent. No, I got you. Joseph, shout out to my Canadian brothers and sisters, says, love you. Love the way you grind, fam. God bless. God bless you too, Joseph. I'm going to continue to read super chats throughout the show. Thank you to everybody that support the platform. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let's get to it. So let me see where we want to go next. Here, let's go with this one next. We'll go here first.
Against immigration raids, which is spread across the country right now. Sixth day in Los Angeles. Last night, LA Mayor Karen Bass declared a curfew for 1 square mile of the city's downtown, citing what she called widespread vandalism, as California Governor Gavin Newsom condemned President Trump's deployment of the military as a brazen abuse of power.
Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, is standing by with more on the president's response to the situation in L.A. But first, our chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, starts us off with the latest on the ground there. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. This is the first curfew in downtown Los Angeles since the George Floyd protests. And the protests that began here on Friday against the crackdown on immigration by the Trump administration, as you both mentioned, now spreading nationwide as Governor Gavin Newsom with a broadside against President Trump, calling the deployment of those federal troops behind me a brazen abuse of power. Overnight, the protests, which have rocked downtown Los Angeles, spreading across the country in response to the Trump administration's immigration crackdown.
Hands off our students!
From Boston, Seattle, and D.C. to Milwaukee.
No Trump! No ICE! No fascist USA!
In Chicago, a car driving through a group of demonstrators. In New York City, police and protesters clashing, officers pushing protesters back. While the majority of
I'm going to get to that car later on in the show. We'll get there.
Protests have been peaceful. In Los Angeles for a fifth consecutive night, mounted police officers swarming protesters as that curfew kicked in. Governor Gavin Newsom claiming Tuesday that democracy is under assault, requesting a federal court block President Trump's unprecedented military mobilization.
Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities.
LA Mayor Karen Bass issuing a curfew for downtown LA that could last several days, hoping it'll stop vandalism and looting of businesses.
Law enforcement will arrest individuals who break the curfew, and you will be prosecuted.
But protesters continue to pour into the streets of downtown LA. The LAPD has allowed several hundred protesters here to meander pretty freely right down the streets of downtown Los Angeles for several hours now. The one thing they have not allowed them to do, descend down to the 101 freeway. And when hundreds of protesters briefly blocked traffic on the 101, police pounced. Late Tuesday, we spoke with LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell.
Do you need the help from the thousands of federal troops?
No, they're on a separate mission. Our mission.
You don't need their help, is what you're saying.
We have a protocol in place for doing what we're doing today, and that's we mobilize the department or parts of the department. We've done that, and then to request mutual aid. We did that last night. We brought in members of 14 different police agencies from throughout Southern California. They are supplementing our officers out in the field, doing a variety of different assignments, but crowd management and crowd control is a big part of that.
Later, a demonstrator telling me that one of her family members was taken by ICE while at the grocery store.
They don't say anything. They don't call family, let anybody know what's going on. You just got to find out in the news if your loved one's missing.
LA's police chief also telling me that we are not likely to see Marines and National Guards interacting with protesters out on the streets here of Los Angeles. He said that will remain the jurisdiction of local law enforcement. But Governor Greg Abbott of Texas announcing late last night that he is deploying the National Guard to multiple locations across Texas to handle anticipated protests.
So, as usual, we have common sense governors, and then we have governors that want to create chaos and confusion and want to continue to make this a difficult situation for all of those that are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens and even legal migrants that came over here the right way. And they have a vested interest in making sure that the United States of America remains a safe place to do business, that they have jobs, and that their communities are safe. And so on one hand, you'll have a Greg Abbott who has no problem deploying the National Guard and using every military resource to ensure that businesses, homes, cars, and the streets of Texas, depending on wherever these protests are taking place, are actually real protests, and they are not rioting. It's not destroying businesses. It's not actually destroying the United States of America, the very fabric that makes us a free nation, but a nation with rules and laws that allow for you to be able to do some of the things that you do on a regular basis. On the flip side, you have Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom and J.B. Pritzker and Kathy Hochul and the usual suspects, all of the same people that allowed for these illegal migrants to come in here in the first place, are the very ones that are on top of this stuff and letting them destroy y'all businesses. If you got a brick and mortar store, forget about it. If you got a warehouse, forget about it. It's probably under siege right now. And they had to institute a curfew. They just now instituting a curfew. Just now putting into place a curfew to try to prevent people from destroying businesses and tearing up all across the city. Hey guys, please, pretty please, don't break into stores. Don't be out past a certain time with masks on, running around with Mexican flags, doing what you want to do, and destroying all of the businesses. Listen, tap on the wrist, but please, pretty please, just try to comply. Can you please, for the sake of law and order, try to comply? You got separate, different local agencies that got their own agenda. Hey, listen, we're not trying to stop them from arresting the people that's on the streets. They keep our detectives down. They keep our detectives busy with stuff that they shouldn't be busy with in the first place. If an illegal migrant is actually arrested for committing a crime, we're not going to call ICE. We're not going to call the federal government. We're not going to work with Tom Homan. We're going to do what we want to do, and we're going to let them back on the street because we're against this administration. There was a time in life. Where different like it didn't matter whether you were Democrat or Republican, you were going to do the thing that was in the best interest of the people. There was a time where we actually cared about what was best for the people, and we separated our own agendas, or maybe it wasn't. I don't know. This wasn't supposed to be a bipartisan issue. This wasn't supposed to be something that we had as something that we didn't carried out as far as Democrat versus Republican. Every issue that's on the table in the United States today wasn't a political issue. Some stuff we were aligned on. Hey, rule of law, criminals can't break in and stuff. You can't cross over the borders illegally. None of that stuff. There wasn't an agenda attached to or hate, so much hate for one person. There wasn't so much hate for one person to where it started to infect you. It started to become so toxic that then you started to separate your police department from working with federal officers in order to prevent people from being able to burn down buildings and loot stores. Or maybe I'm off about that. I don't know. Maybe I'm off about that. I have no clue.
Begin in Los Angeles, where a nighttime curfew is now in effect more than 5 nights into the protests we've seen there. Police say they've initiated mass arrests of those refusing to clear out of the curfew zone. We're still waiting to find out exactly how many people were detained in this latest round. The curfew covering only a small section of America's second largest city, just 1 square mile in downtown LA, affecting roughly about 100,000 of the city's roughly 4 million residents.
The curfew only exists. I don't know if y'all heard what he said. The curfew only exists for 1 square mile of downtown Los Angeles that's already been looted. Everybody else, they can go out, do whatever it is they want to do. You can protest all night. You can riot. You can steal. You can break into the businesses in Los Angeles. Have at it. The curfew from Karen Bass is only for 1 square mile of downtown Los Angeles that's already been destroyed and looted. Y'all mad at me or y'all mad at Los Angeles? You mad at me or you mad at your leadership? You mad at me or you mad at Karen Bass? You mad at me or you mad at Gavin Newsom? Because yesterday, and then the emails that I've been getting and the comments that I've been getting been like, yo, Anton, I'm so mad at you for talking about Los Angeles. Remind me of the people that was over. We're going to get to Chicago shortly. Remind me of the people that was over in Chicago saying that they was mad that I was bringing Chicago to the front of the congregation every single day for the crime. Are you mad at the person that's bringing visibility to the issues in your community? Or are you mad at the leadership that you elected that's actually destroying your community? That allows for the people to destroy the community that's not even supposed to be here. That allows for these paid protesters to come into the community and do the things that's not best for the community. Are you mad at me or are you mad at them? Don't be mad at me. I didn't do nothing to your community. I didn't do nothing to your community. I have never, ever robbed a business, took money from nobody. I've never done anything to anybody whatsoever. I don't even understand why people be mad at me. Somebody got mad at me. I'm so mad at you for not supporting reparations. Nigga, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. You've never met me in your entire life. To you, I'm a figurehead. I am a mythical figure that you see on this digital screen. Why are you so mad at me? Why are you mad at me? I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't enslave your ancestors. I didn't sick a dog on you. I ain't never deprived you of your education. I didn't arrest you. Why are you mad at me? What did I do to you? What did I do to you? I got my own opinion. I got my own thoughts. Did you get mad at your mother when did you get mad at your mother for putting a dress on you when you was a little boy? Did you get mad at your mother? Because see, I didn't put you in your femininity. I didn't tell you, hey, man up, make sure that you lead with your logic and not your emotions. Did you get mad at your mother for kicking your father out because he decided that he no longer wanted to be bothered with an unruly woman? Or what? Did you get mad at me or did you get mad at her? Dog, go and talk to your mother. Go and talk to your father for indoctrinating you and making you a part of the Democrat plantation. Go and talk to your daddy. Do you know him? Is that your real daddy or do you need to take a paternity test? That's all I'm saying. Don't get mad at me. Don't be mad at Tom, dog, because I have never done anything to you whatsoever. If I choose her and she choose me back, that's a part of the game. Don't crash out, dog. She wasn't yours. She both of ours. I just let her sleep at your crib. If she choose me, I'm going to choose her back. You can't control human beings. My father, this is why you need a strong father in your life. My father told me that life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. Control your emotions, nigga. Control your hoe. That's not my problem. Control your hoe. If you can't control your hoe, somebody else will. I know that. I know that. I know that. If you don't control her, somebody else will. The ladies last night on After Hours, you got to go and rewatch the episode. They told you last night, I'm only as loyal as how much time that you're going to be doing in prison. So nigga, stay out of prison and I won't be eating your daughter's fruit snacks. Stay out of prison and I won't eat your daughter's fruit snacks. After I send her to the bathroom dripping with a towel between her legs. Can you give me some fruit snacks and a Pop-Tart? Can you give me a cherry Pop-Tart? Toast it, please. And some water. Woo, girl, you crazy. Who taught you that move? Time Dog taught me. Time Dog taught me. You said get a Go-Gurt, toast a strudel. Mama, who ate my Pop-Tarts? Boy, get a banana. Yeah. You need healthy things. You need more calcium, vitamin D. Your mama got that vitamin D. Mama, where's my Lunchables? Should have had a strong father that wasn't in prison. And I wouldn't be over here eating your daughter's fruit snacks. I love fruit snacks, especially the ones that's for the kids, especially because they get them good fruit snacks. Anyways, I don't want to get too distracted. Don't be mad at me is the point. Be mad at your leadership for what they've created in an environment that does not allow for you to thrive in your communities.
Meanwhile, California's Governor Gavin Newsom has lashed out at the U.S. president over his decision to send thousands of National Guard troops and stage hundreds of Marines in L.A. in response to the protests over escalating immigration raids.
Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities. Authoritarian regimes begin by targeting people who are least able to defend themselves, but they do not stop there. Trump and his loyalists, they thrive on division because it allows them to take more power and exert even more control. And by the way, Trump, he's not opposed to lawlessness and violence.
Janetta, do you got a kid? Do you got a kid that's under 10? Because I guarantee you I'm eating their fruit snacks. Guarantee you I'm eating their fruit snacks. And you shouldn't stay loyal either, Janetta. You ain't even got a profile pic. Over here, we give let me get you the fuck off my screen. Fuck what Janetta talking about, because Janetta is typing in all caps and she ain't got no goddamn profile pic. We give precedence to people that have profile pictures. I apologize for my chat for having somebody that is a boy actually over here on YouTube pretending like they're a girl and typing crazy in my chat. I apologize to y'all, because if I don't see that you're a real girl, I'm a real girl, and I can't give you no visibility. I can't do that.
As long as it serves him. What more evidence do we need than January 6th? Trump is pulling a military dragnet.
You know what? Let's go over it. let's go over to this. Let me read a couple of super chats. We're gonna go to Gavin Newsom's actual speech because we want to get it. We want to get the whole speech, not half the speech. Make sure y'all hit a like for the out. If y'all not a part of the Bag Chasers and the Patreon, y'all can come and kick it with me. End of this month, location hidden. Come and kick it with your boy. I'm gonna be in DC and we gonna have a good time. You said the baby's lunch. Them babies be overweight anyway. Looking like they mama. Looking like your daughter look like his daddy. Her daddy. I'm saving them some calories. I only cook at other people's houses. I gotta read the super chats. Y'all gotta stop. P Shank says, good morning. What's up, P Shank? I love you. I love P Shank. Lex please says, Anton, teach me how to start a YouTube channel so I can quit my job. No, seriously, it's getting bad out here. Mayor was at the mayor was at the BET Awards. Now, Lex, I'm not sure you can afford me, but I will tell you, Lex, please, I got a soft spot in my heart for the ladies. I have a soft spot in my heart for the ladies, Lex. I can't lie. I'm not even gonna cap. I don't know if you can afford my one-on-one consistent mentorship, but I do have a soft spot in my heart for the ladies. So if you are a part of the Bag Chasers and you're a part of the Patreon, send me an email at antondaniels413@gmail.com. I'm gonna send you some paperwork and then we can have a conversation. Shout out to the mayor over there at the BET Awards. We're gonna talk about it, Lex. 392Q says that soft parenting Karen Bass is doing is not gonna work them kids bad. Need to switch. Facts. Hey, D, I own a Christian clothing line. Want to send you a gift as appreciation for your work. You like tees, hats, colors you like, and a mailing address. All of my information, boss man, is in the description of the video. Can I give you a piece of advice? Can I give you a piece of advice, boss man? I'm worth the time, Anton, and y'all shut up. Let me give you a piece of advice, boss man. As a Christian clothing line, you're not a Christian clothing line. You're a clothing line. You're a Christian that makes great clothes. All right? You're a Christian that makes great clothes. Take that to mean what you will. I'm not going to deep dive too much into it. You're going to have to learn to market yourself to the majority of the people that want to purchase your clothes, not to just a certain demographic. You are not a Christian clothing line. You're a Christian that makes great clothes and have a phenomenal clothing line. We here to make money. Your spirituality don't have to necessarily intersect with what it is that you do from a business perspective. All right? All right. Hopefully you take that to mean what it is. Lex please says, if I had authority, anyone riding will be serving for free as 11B in the U.S. Army instead of 3 meals in a cell. Thank you. Yeah, I agree with that. Put them on the line. My girl Molly in the building says, imagine thinking you're a protester. Meanwhile, the millionaires and the billionaires setting up these riots and are wagering bets on how you'll react and participate in a controlled environment. It's all a simulation, Molly. They missed what you were saying last night. Chris Cunningham says, why are you home alone while she out with me in room 12, room 112, where the players dwell? Hotel balcony saying you can call a house for me. Give me that sack lunch. Biatch, says Tutty Bug. What up, Tutty Bug? Lady Shan came through, says I came through the door. And you on desecration mode. Listen, Lady Shan, I'm sorry. I love everybody. I just want everybody to man up. I love everybody. I just want everybody to man up. All right. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel with turn on notifications. Let me see if I can find that Gavin Newsom. What he was saying. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Gavin Newsom. All right, so here it is. I found it. Let me switch over to YouTube Premium real quick so I can make sure that we get on our screens the right way. This is Gavin Newsom, y'all. And this is what he had to say about the whole protest and Trump and all of that other stuff. Check it out. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Governor Gavin Newsom.
What's happening right now is very different than anything we've seen before. On Saturday morning, when federal agents jumped out of an unmarked van near a Home Depot parking lot, they began grabbing people, a deliberate targeting of a heavily Latino suburb. A similar scene played out when a clothing company was raided downtown. In other actions, a U.S. citizen, 9 months pregnant, was arrested. A 4-year-old girl taken. Families separated. Friends quite literally disappearing. In response, everyday Angelenos came out to exercise their constitutional right to free speech and assembly, to protest their government's actions. In turn, the state of California and the city and county of Los Angeles sent our police officers to help keep the peace. And with some exceptions, they were successful. Like many states, California is no stranger to this sort of unrest. We manage it regularly and with our own law enforcement. But this, again, was different. What then ensued was the use of tear gas, flashbang grenades, rubber bullets, federal agents detaining people and undermining their due process rights. Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets, illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk. That's when the downward spiral began. He doubled down on his dangerous National Guard deployment by fanning the flames even harder. And the president, he did it on purpose. As the news spread throughout LA, anxiety for family and friends ramped up. Protests started again. By night, several dozen lawbreakers became violent and destructive. They vandalized property. They tried to assault police officers. Many of you have seen the video clips of cars burning on cable news.
Wait. Give me a second here, guys. So, because there are some missing details in there, and I just want to make sure that we filling in the gaps effectively, okay? So we have illegal. I want to make sure that I use that word, illegal migrants inside of the United States of America. And let's be clear. These are not people that just overstayed their visas. These are people that came over into the border and they weren't supposed to be here. You can't do that in any other country. You will be absolutely handcuffed, arrested, and sent back to where you came from. Illegal migrants came into this country. A lot of them that are being arrested is either harboring somebody that committed a crime, and a lot of them have broken the laws, assaulted people, robbed, steal, killed. And you guys have already made up in your mind that you will not work with ICE, to where you said that you won't even let ICE know when you arrest an illegal migrant for doing something that they're not supposed to do. And you allow for them to continue to take over our tax dollars. You gave them money for housing and you gave them free health care and allowed for them to continue to work under the table. The Trump administration said, listen, we got to close off our borders. We got to fix America. We can't keep letting people inside of the United States of America. And these people got to go home. Time to go home. Time to go home. Whatever it is that you was doing, it's time to go home. If you are not here legally, you have to come through the process like the people that did do it legally, because even the people that came over here legally, they are offended by what's going on and how y'all embarrassing them. Time to go home. ICE agents decided to arrest a lot of these people, which were people that were committing crimes in addition to the fact that they came over here illegally. They were being assaulted, their vehicles damaged, spray painted. People kept putting their hands on ICE officers. The Los Angeles Police Department, who you said that you deployed, refused to help them, refused to keep the peace. People are running around in the streets of Los Angeles with Mexican flags and spray painting cars and trains just a week before all of this happened, and y'all couldn't get no control and you got 0 arrests. So Trump then deploys a National Guard in order to protect and keep the peace and prevent people from destroying buildings, especially federal buildings, and from assaulting ICE officers who was just doing their job. Then people become even more enraged, and then they look at this as an opportunity to be able to loot and tear up the streets, which Los Angeles, who's operating at a budget deficit, as well as California, refuse to stop the bad perpetrators, and they're down a whole lot of police officers. And so as a result, these guys start looting and raiding, and so we're going to blame all of this on Trump. Not your inability to govern effectively, not the fact that you didn't even respond, not the fact that Karen Bass is incompetent as a mayor, but we're blaming this on Trump. We're saying that Trump enraged people to do something that they're not supposed to do even more, and that is the reason why we're in this powder keg. Got it. Okay, got it. Shout out to the governor for putting a nice spin on this, but let's continue to hear what he has to say.
If you incite violence, I want to be clear about this. If you incite violence or destroy our communities, you're going to be held to account. That kind of criminal behavior will not be tolerated. Full stop.
Lies.
Already more than
Lies.
220 people have been arrested.
All lies.
And we're reviewing tapes to build additional cases, and people will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Again, thanks to our law enforcement officers and the majority of Angelenos who protested peacefully, the situation was winding down and was concentrated in just a few square blocks downtown. But that's not what Donald Trump wanted.
No. Forget the freeways that they shut down. Forget the federal cars and the officers' cars that was burning in the middle of the street. Forget all of that. Forget the people that were throwing rocks. Forget the people that was jumping up and spray painting all of the businesses and looting. Forget the people that was climbing up on all of the poles, the light poles, and it was recording themselves doing it. Forget all of that. Everything was good. It was winding down. We're good. We're good.
Again, chose escalation. He chose more force. He chose theatrics over public safety. He federalized another 2,000 Guard members. He deployed more than 700 active U.S. Marines. These are the men and women trained for foreign combat, not domestic law enforcement.
No,
we honor
what they say is that they're going to protect against all threats, foreign and domestic. Do I have to educate the governor on exactly what Marines do and what our National Guard and our people that protect, that we love and we salute on a regular basis? They are there to protect against terrorism and people that are committing crimes, both foreign and domestic. It's not just foreign, it's foreign and domestic. I don't know if do I got that wrong? I thought it was both foreign and domestic. Are we missing something here, or are we all on the same page? I thought it was both foreign and domestic. Okay. All enemies, foreign and domestic, you are loved? Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure that I got the saying right. I knew it wasn't just foreign. I knew that it was both foreign and domestic. Got it.
For their service. We honor their bravery, but we do not want our streets militarized by our own armed forces. Not in LA, not in California, not anywhere. We're seeing unmarked cars in school parking lots, kids afraid of attending their own graduation. Trump is pulling a military dragnet all across Los Angeles, well beyond his stated intent to just go after violent and serious criminals. His agents are arresting dishwashers, gardeners, day laborers, and seamstresses. That's just weakness masquerading as strength. Donald Trump's government isn't protecting our communities. They're traumatizing our communities. And that seems to be the entire point. California will keep fighting. We'll keep fighting on behalf of our people, all of our people, including in the courts. Just yesterday, we filed a legal challenge to Donald Trump's reckless deployment of American troops to a major American city. Today, we sought an emergency court order to stop the use of the American military to engage in law enforcement activities across Los Angeles. If some of us could be snatched off the streets without a warrant, based only on suspicion or skin color, then none of us are safe.
Listen, guys, we've heard all of this rigmarole before, but this is what I will tell you. If you are an American citizen, you're safe. If you are here and you're doing things the right way, you have nothing to worry about. When you go out the door and you are a legal citizen and you're taking care of business and you're not causing any problems and you're not robbing anybody, you don't have anything to worry about. If you are here illegally, you will always be looking over your shoulder, and we have the right to make sure that we capture you, we remove you, and that you never come over here again because you've been doing things the wrong way for too long, and we're not going to create laws to ensure that you're safe. It's very much that simple. You know, Gavin Newsom is not worried, guys. He's not worried about getting snatched up off of the street. There is no us in his speech. There is no us, all right? Gavin Newsom is more concerned about his political image and making sure that he's positioning himself to possibly run for president of the United States of America. This is a marketing opportunity. He's not on the streets. He's not getting to it. None of that stuff. He doesn't care about you. He lives in his nice, pretty house. He's nice and rich. He's a millionaire. He will never, ever, ever, ever shake your hand. He don't care about you. And if you are not a person that in some way, shape, or form is contributing to a dinner or his campaign fund or ensuring that you're voting for him, he has no use for you. He has no use for you guys. So I don't know what y'all think that this is. I'm not sure if you really understand what's happening right now, but you guys are fools. You're being paid to literally be the suckers that they are laughing at. But I'm a go and they actually asked Trump. Let me switch that over. Let me switch this over. They asked Trump whether or not what happened on the phone call between him and Gavin Newsom. And I'm going to share that with you guys right now. Again, make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification. This was Trump's response to if he actually spoke with Gavin Newsom on the phone.
Maybe they shouldn't be governor.
And Mr. President, when is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago. Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job. He's doing a bad job, causing a lot of death and a lot of potential death. If we didn't send out the National Guard, and last night we gave him a little additional help, you would have, Los Angeles would be burning right now. Los Angeles would be not a lot different than what you saw take place in California and Los Angeles just a little while ago. And, you got to remember, we have the Olympics coming, and we don't want people looking at Los Angeles like it would have been. It would have been bad. Last night, they had total control. If we didn't have the military in there, the National Guard, and then we also sent in some Marines, we had some bad people. We have people, they look in your face and they spit right in your face. They're animals. And these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They're agitators. They're paid.
Hold on, wait. Is Trump cooking or is he cooking? Yo, you know why I love Trump so much? You know why I love his leadership in the United States of America as a president so much? Is because he is telling exactly he's confirming exactly what we all already knew. He's telling you, listen, these people are animals. They will spit in your face. These are not just chilling seamstresses that are protesting their rights. He's just being real. He said, listen, bro, we got the Olympics coming up. He said, we got the Olympics coming up. We not over here playing no games with these people. They embarrassing us. He said, a lot of these people are paid protesters. I wish I had my thing that I be using. The ding. I wish I had the same thing that I had in the studio. I'm going to have to get that installed here. He said, these people are paid protesters. A lot of these people are getting paid to create a narrative, destroy what's happening in the streets. And I told him straight up to his face, you're doing a bad job as a governor. That's the realest junk that you can. All you want is what we want as a people is we want the truth. All we want is the truth. We just want to hear what's really happening. We want to know, and so we want to be able to make a decision for ourselves and come to our own conclusions. That's all we want. We don't want much. What else could you ask for? Most people understand that on a local level, those people are the ones that's really determining how you're going to be handled, what happens in your state, what happens in your streets, in your cities. If the people in Los Angeles don't understand that local politics matter the most, so if your city is suffering, if you have problems in your city, the fact that the federal government has to step in and say, hey, listen, no touching police officers, no vandalizing buildings, no destroying government property, don't put your hands on nobody, and stop looting businesses. If your city is in shambles, it has zero to do with the federal government. The federal government don't even step in until after you have completely lost control of what's going on in your city. And he's just telling it like it is. That's the reason we don't always 100% agree with everything that Trump does. We don't. I still don't understand why we have such a strong partnership with Israel. Nobody has been able to convince me that I need to be rocking out with how we support and how we continue to fund what's going on in Israel. I do not agree with that. I don't 100% agree, probably more like 75, 80% of what's all in the tax bill. I don't 100% agree with everything that anybody says. There's going to be some disagreement somewhere. Fair enough. But the one thing that we cannot say, I don't care if you're a Democrat, I don't care if you're a Republican, I don't care if you agree with Trump, I don't care if you disagree with Trump. The one thing that you cannot say about Trump is that he don't tell you exactly what it is that we all are thinking and confirm it. He not had nothing. He not telling you this and that. He said, man, I don't fuck with Elon Musk no more. Straight up. Elon Musk is over there apologizing. I got a video up right now. Maybe we won't get to it. Maybe we will get to it. He said, I ain't really messing with Elon Musk no more. Elon Musk is over there apologizing. You know what? I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said all of these things about Trump. He just going to tell you like it is. Listen, man, he was mad because we took away the EV credits. He was mad because he didn't get what he wanted to get. And so now he out here lashing out. Now I don't fuck with him no more. If you agree with him, cool. If you don't agree with him, cool. But at least he ain't out here telling you something that he don't really think. All throughout the campaign season, he said, listen, if I become president, when I become president, all of these people are gone. They going back to their country. I don't care if I got to send them to El Salvador. I don't care if we knock him. He said, we're going to start with the criminals and we're going to roll this out into everybody. Now everybody acting like they confused. Why is he doing this? You got ample time to get your money up, to get your green card up, whatever your paperwork is, but you going back to where you came from. You going home. You going straight home. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. You got to go back to where you came from, bro. Don't act surprised. Don't start tearing up other people's properties. We coming to get you. We coming to get you. Promises made, promises kept. Don't act like you surprised. Now you see black people. I'm starting to see, I'm so surprised at my black women. Shout out to black women. I'm so surprised at my black women. They say, you know what? This ain't our fight. They went and got their fan. They out there dancing. They at the Roots picnic complaining. They at the Kendrick concert. They trying to get the new Drake track. They going off on Lil Wayne. They hating on Tory Lanez. They keep trying to throw Diddy under the bus. But the one thing that they started with, they say, listen, y'all got to go home. Why are black people protesting with us? You on your own. You on your own. I don't care what you talking about. You own your own. You got to go home. I don't know. Black women say, listen. Just like them older black women back in the day. Hey, what y'all got going over there? Whatever you got going on, take that away from here. Get gone now. You're going to get gone. You're not going to be doing that over here. You're not doing that over here. You got to go. I don't necessarily care for Trump. I'm probably 92%. But the one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to come over here in this neighborhood and you better stop tearing shit up or I'm going to get myself together. They not playing. It was on the BET Awards. They be hanging out at the BET Awards, getting bust down for a real one. Black women having more sex than ever before. You know why? Because they're not concerned. You protesting, they having sex. They still a part of the 92%. They said you got to get gone now. You got to get on out of get gone. Get gone. We's got it goods over here. Stop trying to tell me I need to go back to Africa. No. We's got its goods over here. You gonna get gone now. You bring it. I seen gangsters. Gangsters was over there saying, hey, hold on, little homie. I know y'all over there protesting, but you're gonna go ahead and get that shit from over here, little homie. Y'all making it hot. You bring that Trump got the Marines come. See, the one thing about black people, we understand. We understand that the escalation, if you watch The Wire, let me cook for a second. If you watch The Wire, Stringer Bell went over and he said, you know what? I want you to hit a senator. I want you to hit Clay Davis. Avon Barksdale was in the back. He said, man, listen, you've been playing them away games. You've been playing them away games. Didn't I tell you? No, don't come over here talking about we got to do a hit. You're going to handle that exactly how you've been handling it, like a businessman. You've been playing them away games, Stringer. You can't go and hit a senator. The Clay Davis? The Clay Davis? Shit. That Clay Davis? You got to handle that on your own, big dog. You know why? He said, because if you go hitting something and you start escalating things, you're going to make the block hot. Everybody going down. Ain't nobody going to make no money. Ain't nobody going to be getting no bags over here. And that's the thing. That's the one thing that black people understand that white people have never been able to get, that Mexicans have never been able to get, that Asians have never been able to get. We understand, regardless of what side of the political spectrum that you is, when you start making the block hot, when you start fucking up the money, everybody gonna suck. Okay, you know what? I understand. No. You got Marines coming over here. Hey, y'all got to take that shit somewhere else, big dog. It's Marines coming in here. It's National Guard coming in over here. What you got? What you doing? Yo, what you doing, big dog? Dog, don't you know that you about to mess up everybody's money? Hold on. You about to mess up everybody's money, big dog. I seen a Crip over there. He said, man, hey. What you doing over there, little homie? Man, take that shit somewhere else, bro. Yeah. You got to go somewhere else with that. Why aren't you joining in on us, black people? Don't you know it's layoffs happening right now? Don't you know that black women trying to figure out how to pay off their student loans? You talking about protesting? I got to get these student loan payments popping. My credit messed up. I was trying to get that new Benz. They trying to tell me I got to go get an Altima. Man, I thought I was trying to get out of this Altima. I'm not trying to be in no Altima. I'm trying to get this new Benz. What you talking about? And don't you know it's summertime? We don't protest in the summer. Spring, fall, maybe, depending on the issue. We don't do summers. Summers is for traveling. Summers is for picnics. Summers is for Belle Isle. Summers is for going out on the water. We've been waiting all winter for the summer, and now you want to start protesting over some shit that ain't even got nothing to do with us? We out. We not participating in the protests. And you making a block hot. And we had our wintertime grind, and you trying to tell me I need to get locked up? Even the criminals, even black men criminals, they commit the majority of their crimes when they know that they sentencing. They listen, keep me bail. I sit down for 6 months in the winter. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna lose some weight. But summertime, we back. Summertime, we back. I'm not gonna voluntarily mess up my money for you.
Somebody walks up to a curb and starts hammering pieces out, has all the equipment necessary, and starts handing it out to people to use as a weapon. These are paid insurrectionists or agitators or troublemakers. You can call it whatever you want. And we ended it, and we have in custody some very bad people.
Mr. President.
Did you see the guy throwing the rocks at the police cars as they went by and crushing their windows and endangering our police? We're not going to let that happen, yeah.
Pardon me, Mr. President, on those Marines, Governor Newsom has described them as political pawns. I'm curious for your reaction to that and what you see as the Marines' role and what are their rules of engagement?
All I want is safety. I just want a safe area. We have Los Angeles was under siege until we got there. The police were unable to handle it. You could speak to the chief. He said it on television 3 nights ago. He said, this is more than we can handle. They said that. And the LA police, I know a lot of the police in LA, they're good, they're great people, but they're given instructions not to do this, not to do that.
What about it, Sophia?
But in this case, they were trying their best. They were not able to handle it. It was out of control. When we got there, and you have to remember, I've been here before, and I went right by every rule, and I waited for governors to say, send in the National Guard. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it, and they just wouldn't do it. It kept going on and on, got worse and worse. And in Minneapolis, that city was burning down 7 days, and I said, I don't care. The governor, who's a governor that just happened to be running for vice president, a total, you talk about an incompetent governor, he's an incompetent person. That he was picked. Well, I was actually very happy he was picked for other reasons. But this guy wouldn't call the National Guard. And we ultimately just sent in the National Guard. We stopped it. But that was after 7 days. And I said to myself, if that stuff happens again, we've got to make faster decisions because they don't want to do it. The radical left, it's usually radical left, and it's usually governors that are Democrat, and they don't want to call them in. They don't want to save lives. They don't want to save property. They don't want to call them in. I don't know what it is.
Trump is right, but I'm a little distracted, and I'll tell you why. Who is that svelte figure in the back? Who is that svelte figure in the back? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Who is the woman standing in the back with no fupa? Not a fupa in sight. That woman look good. Anyways, let me not be distracted. You know how it is. I'm sorry I'm saying a quiet part out loud, but sometimes I get like that, and y'all just gonna have to forgive me, ladies. I'm managing through it. I'm managing through it. I don't know who that person is in the back, but they got a svelte figure. All right. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to it. I don't know who it. Y'all saying that that's Ivanka? That's all I'm saying. I don't know who that is. I'm not sure who that is, but now you know we don't respond. Listen, you got to get a profile picture. You got to get a profile picture. Charlatches, I don't know if this is your burner account, but you got to get a profile picture. I am married. I'm married to the game. I'm married to the game. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all got to get y'all profile pictures up. If you want a response from me, I like to interact with the chat, but you got to get your profile picture up. J.H. Roberts Jr. says Gavin Newsom, a.k.a. Sardo Numspa. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Anton, when you said, Frank Vick said, Anton, when you said eventually y'all going to have to share, I'm going through that right now with 2 women. I know you're right. Women are actually losing. No, they winning. They picking winners now. They're picking winners. Lady Shan says federal agents mad because I'm flagrant. Tap my cell with my phone in the basement. Yeah. Second son says, Anton, I want to get wealthy through real estate. You're in the wrong game there, big dog. Should I focus on paying off one home before buying or buy properties for cash flow? I have a VA loan. If you are trying to get wealthy through real estate, then you are in the wrong game. The fastest way to get wealthy is to create a business or to create a product and to fill a gap, to fill a need, to create a service or to create a product. Real estate, look, if you're trying to get wealthy by cash flowing meaning that you want to have all of your expenses, including the rent or including the mortgage, including the property taxes, including the maintenance and the HOA fees, and then having somebody paying above that, you in the wrong game. Real estate is to protect wealth and ultimately to leverage in order to get richer. It's to protect your assets, all right? Real estate is not for you to get rich. Real estate is for you to be able to leverage it to make more money. All right. You got to get a job that make a lot more money. You got to start a business that make a lot more money, and you got to lower your lifestyle. Got to lower your lifestyle. You can't get rich through real estate. I mean, you can, but it's really, really hard. And anybody that's selling you that bullshit, start questioning. Anybody that's selling you that nonsense, start questioning them. Flipping, nope. 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 So I don't know what you listen, I believe that the fastest way to get rich is to generate a lot of revenue and then learn how to invest it more effectively. It is overhyped by people trying to sell courses, Dean. That's exactly what it is. But I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Wyatt B856 says, didn't Newsom say he has an immigrant living in his attic? No, I don't think that was him. That was another governor. Newsom need to be quiet, says Frank Vick, and free Tory Lanez. Double Jeopardy says, AD, as a resident here in Los Angeles, thank you so much for bringing this crisis to the front of the congregation. God bless America. Shout out to Double Jeopardy. I appreciate you. Wyatt B says, if the officers are attending to protesters, who's attending to the rest of the city? Take the help. No, the rest of the city, it's the same thing when they did the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. All of the police officers was downtown and none of them was actually servicing the neighborhoods. They don't tell you that part though. James Watts says Chicago fell in line yesterday. Big T making examples out of states. The real meaning of standing on business. I'm about to go over to Chicago. We don't talk about Chicago. Keith Murphy, the Unbeaten, says Trump is renaming the Confederate generals to bases we were named with winners. Trump glorifying loser culture. I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for the super chat. That's Caroline Levite, I believe. That's Caroline. Caroline. Didn't Andre 3000 sing about that on the Love Below speaker box? Love Below. A lot of y'all not even familiar. You never really listened to the double album Love Below speaker box. A lot of y'all are unappreciative. Y'all don't even mention Outkast is the greatest group of all time, but neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel. Let me see something. What do we got? Let's go to Atlanta first. Let me switch over to let's go to Atlanta. Then we're going to go over to Chicago. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
6:42 here on the East Coast, and welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Right now, I want to head out to the Peach State of Georgia. In Brookhaven, 6 people were arrested during an anti-ICE protest. Police saying the protesters damaged 3 squad cars as they threw rocks and set off fireworks. Officers using tear gas to disperse the crowd. Right now, we're going to check in with Fox 5 Atlanta's Mark Teichner. He joins us live in Brookhaven with this developing story. Mark, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Brookhaven, a suburb of Atlanta, and the police here had found out about this protest, and they contacted the organizers and said everything had to wrap up by 9:30 last night. Well, the organizers agreed, and they actually left at 9 o'clock. It was some remaining stragglers that stayed and ended up in a confrontation with law enforcement.
Now you will be arrested.
Protesters set off fireworks as law enforcement break up an anti-ICE rally in Brookhaven. We watched as officers physically moved a woman from the area. Brookhaven police say in addition to lighting the fireworks, the protesters threw rocks, damaging 3 squad cars by smashing their windows. Police arrested 6 people and used tear gas to disperse the crowd. Earlier, before the time organizers and police agreed the protest would come to an end, the crowd chanted in both English and Spanish, many of them waving Mexico.
Why y'all out here? Why y'all here? Why y'all here? Take that shit where you came from, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. That's why I refuse to learn Spanish. I be conflicted sometimes. I be thinking to myself, Do I need to learn Spanish considering that I be traveling across the world or I'm going to other countries and stuff like that? And take that shit back where you came from. You don't see nobody waving no American flag over in Mexico City, do you? Camino, Harero, Hajina Tanapito. Somebody said that's a Mexican, that's an American area. Ain't no Mexican areas here in the United States of America. What y'all talking about? Ain't no Mexican areas. Ain't no Mexican areas in the United. Ain't no such thing as a Mexican area. It's an area that has people that are originally from Mexico that has an origin in Mexico, but there are no Mexican areas in the United States of America. It's an American area that is occupied by illegal migrants that should not be there. What you talking about, man? You know, Mexican areas. You're talking about a Mexican area. You don't get to say, you don't get to claim a plant a flag in a country that never was. What are you talking about? It's a Mexican area. And that's an American area that allow for Mexicans to bring out their Spanish and their flags from Amazon that we allow for them to be able to be at. This is not in a Mexican area. This is an American area.
Mexican flags.
They deported my grandpa last night. They raided his house for no reason.
This man, who is a U.S. citizen, came out because after working here for 25 years, his grandfather was just deported.
My people are protesting, and I'm so proud of them because at the end of the day, these people don't know what we're going through, struggling, building houses, cutting everybody's grass, making this.
Man, fuck your grandfather, bro. Your grandfather been over here finessing the American system for a long time. If you want to go and visit him, then go back to Mexico where he at. These people don't know what we're going through. That's not our problem. That's not our problem. That is not our problem. That sounds like a you problem, not a us problem. My grandfather, that mean that he been finessing the system for a long time. You know what we get if we finesse the system for a long time? Jail. Y'all just get to go back home after you done already stole all of the money. We get to go to jail. Jail all day long. I got my own problems. Ain't nobody, nigga, you don't know what I went through. Every other day, I get one of y'all girlfriends sending me a DM. I thought you was gonna call me back. I ain't got time. Babe, I know you thought this was something different, but I told you from the beginning. This is the I Choose You 2 tour. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I got my own goddamn problems. I'm not about to sit here and be talking about your goddamn grandfather. Got my own problems. Spraying Lysol on my couch, disinfecting it. I'm trying not to get caught out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Trying not to get caught. Working 2 phones at the same time. Trying to turn off and turn on my location. You know what I'm saying? Why you over there? Why you in the same location for like this long? We got our own problems. Ain't nobody trying to be dealing. I'm stressed the fuck out over here. Can't you see that I'm stressed? You see all this gray in my beard? I'm trying to get my beard done today. I probably won't get it. I'm stressed. I got to go look at a house. I got to look at this property. I got to meet the tree guy. I'm dodging your chick. Keep on trying to get the fuck out of here. Deal with your own problems. Talking about your grandfather.
This America rich.
I heard they was driving cars in the Chicago too. Did y'all hear about that? I heard that they was driving cars in the crowds in Chicago. Have y'all heard about that? Here, let me share that with y'all real quick. Got our own problems, fellas. We got our own issues.
Protests that are happening all over the country. Now taking you out to Chicago. This brand new shot coming into our newsroom now, where we're now tracking this gathering there in the Windy City.
Y'all don't believe me for real in real life, do y'all? Do y'all believe me in real life? Y'all don't believe this, do y'all? Hopefully y'all don't believe me. Hopefully y'all don't take me too serious. We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's continue.
So we do know, according to our partners there at Fox 32 in Chicago, hundreds of people, you can even see this large crowd gathered there, have been taking to the streets in downtown Chicago to protest immigration arrests that have been happening all across the country. So while these protests have been mostly nonviolent, earlier today, there were some brief clashes, I should say, between protesters. Police squad cars have also been vandalized. And one instance where a car did appear to actually drive through the crowd amid these rolling street closures as well. So we do have some footage of that happening. Want to put it up on your screen as well so you can see exactly what they're talking about with our partners there at Fox 32. Let's watch.
Jesus.
And you can see it, very scary moments here. This car just driving through this crowd of protesters there in Chicago.
Better get out the way.
So again, this is in response to some of the anti-ICE protests that have been happening all over the country.
I interpret that a little bit differently. I interpret this a little bit differently. They said that it was cars that was trying to drive through the people in the protest. See, that's why I got to see the footage for myself. This looked like a person that was trying to get their wife to the hospital so that they could have a baby, and you niggas are standing in the way. You gotta get points. You gotta be points. See, that's what I say. I be driving in the street. This is the game that we play a lot of times. Be driving in the street and somebody is acting unruly and they keep on walking. They be slow walking in the street, or they cross on a green light or some shit like that. And people always say, "Oh, the pedestrian has the right of way." And I just say, I look over and I say, I can get like 45 points if I play GTA right now, right? How many points do we get? How many stars do we get on the meter of the police looking for us if I just go ahead and just go through? That don't look like somebody that is trying to crush the protesters. That look like a person that want to make sure that they're not getting their car hit, that people not destroying their property, and you better get the fuck out of the way before you get ran over. I don't have no problem with what I'm seeing right now, unfortunately. Get 5 stars for that, Jamani? No, 3 stars. You get 4 stars from the rip. Ain't nobody trying to be sitting there playing no games with y'all. You gonna keep on standing in front of my car. I don't understand people that stand in front of a car and want to risk it. You know who the person is that's driving on the other side of that? You don't even know them. You don't know what their mindset is. You don't know how frustrated they are. You may become collateral. You may have become collateral damage. Keep on standing in front of my car. This looked like a person, and they hit their car. They hit the back of their car. This looked like a person. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Keep messing around and find out. Mess around. This don't look like a person that's doing anything wrong to me.
Response to some of the anti-ICE protests that have been happening all over the country. This one breaking out earlier today.
Get out the way.
In Chicago. We've been watching these shots all day long too there in the Windy City. So close, man.
Better get out the way.
So many people almost being hit by this marine car driving through the crowd.
Yeah, we need that person as a getaway driver. If I ever commit a crime or I ever decide that I'm just so down on my luck and I ain't got nothing else to live for, that person is my getaway driver.
Radically at this point, it seems. This was during some of those rolling road closures in the city as these protests had broken out into the main part of downtown. You can see folks walking up and striking the car as well as it's driving through this group. Seems as though law enforcement officers were also on the ground there, but slowing down. Just
look like an expert driver to me. You look like an expert driver to me. The minute that you slow down is the minute that they start crowding around you. Then we're going to have to start letting something else go. The minute that you slow down is the minute that they start crowding around you. They kept motion. They expertly weaved in and out. They slowed down slightly to give you a warning that I'm going. And guess what? People ain't stupid. They got the hell out of the way. People ain't stupid. They know. Okay, look. Anton coming through the crowd. He driving real heavy. He got his foot on the gas. You better get your life together. Well, I'll make you a poster before they start doing a fish fry for you. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Better get your life together before you end up on a poster. We got rid of all bases named after Confederate generals and Trump bringing them back. Well, you should have stayed and minded your business. We want our general bases. All right? There ain't no we. Ain't no we in this. I want my bases named the traditional Confederate name. Give me the Confederate base. AD said, I got time today, cuz. Yeah, cuz. DJ Finesse says, thought on the immigrants built America sign. Immigrants built the America sign. No, they lost. Listen, everybody in this country, every country is conquered. All land is stolen. All land is stolen. Every single country is conquered and all land is stolen. It was all won through blood, sweat, and tears. And losers don't get to determine the rules. Only winners. Winners are the ones that determine what happens in society, not losers. All right. A. Wyatt says, remember the Alamo? Big Euro Short says, if Mexico took the time to build up their own country, they would not be trying to come over here like that. Facts. Aprende español, Anton. Es mi segundo idioma. Did I say that right? Did I read that right? Wib says Mexico sold California to the United States of America for $15 million in 1848. We did not steal California from them like they are trying to say that we did. Smith & Wesson says Mexico sold the West Coast to America in 1848 for $15 million, so it's not stolen land. Rob B says Mexico sold us California in 18. Y'all know y'all history. Y'all know y'all history. Sound like Mexico was a bad negotiator. AD, can you help a brother out, says King. Big dog, with this content creating and this social media stuff. I know you one of the gurus of the game. You're going to have to join the Patreon, bro. I'll talk about it on the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Wyatt B says, wait a minute. Turn off your location. That's one of my moves. I don't want to give y'all the real sauce. Y'all want me to give y'all the real sauce? If you want me to give you the real sauce, if you want me to give you the real sauce, put sauce inside of the chat. If I get enough sauces, then I'll give you the real sauce. I'm going to teach y'all how to work. Warlord for King says black men don't cheat. Facts. Toy Ass School says they're trying this in Dallas, but Abbott is already about to deploy the national guard. Keep Texas red. Y'all says sauce. Tabby Thompson says, Anton, after watching you for a minute now, I know how to decipher when you're serious and when you're not. Appreciate your insight and your humor. We got to make the people. I see a lot of sauce in the chat. Sean says, imagine representing a country's and flag while burning the country's flag. You crying to stay, and that you make hate and you make sense. Vital fatigue. Elam says Trump is actually being too nice. I see a lot of sauce in the chat. Keep typing it if that's what you want. Trump actually being too nice with the rules of engagement with those protesters. Protesters, I'll deport the citizens too. Lex, please says, got you on Chicago News, Mr. AD. Even then, they always verify. They got me on Chicago News? Send that to me. Driver will get a reckless driving charge disorderly, but it may not stick in traffic court. Scary moment, get the F out the streets. JP says, check out the Elon Trump reconciliation. Night J says, on my way out-ish, don't you see me trying to get through? In her little boy, don't you see me trying to get through? Abe the Hunter says, nah, AD, a female got ran over by a truck with a trailer on the back. Well, that's her fault. Eric Williams says, Anton, I saw the footage on the local Chicago station last night. It was a black female that was driving. Shout out to my black females that can wing through. That person that was trying to get to work, and a bunch of dumbass protesters was in the way. CFO says, good morning, AD. I got my citizenship on Monday. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Queen Nisi says, my brother, why is Tasha K thinking she can expose you? Ain't nobody, Tasha K ain't expose nobody. I like Tasha K. Keith Murphy, the Unbeaten, says, that's exactly why I was happy we got rid of loser Confederate names, because they lost. You need to worry about bigger things, big dog. You got bigger things to worry about than that. Elevator Unknown says, one thing I learned from AD and his Tiege Hanley ad, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. This is especially true when creating content and focus on growth. Come correct every single day. Shout out to Elevate to the Unknown. That boy P with the super. That boy P, you got a $50 super sticker? All right. Because of that boy P, I'm going to give y'all the sauce. All right. Now, remember, when I'm giving you the sauce, this is not applicable to me. All right. I'll read that super chat shortly, Executive Suite Emily. Now, this is not applicable to me. This is just game for the fellas. All right, fellas. I know the ladies is going to take it for themselves. But this is game for the fellas. All right. A lot of y'all are stupid. Okay. You think you're smarter than the game. You think you're smarter than the technology. You're not smarter than the technology. I said the other day, hey, turn off your location. Turn off your location. But for the people that really understand the game, you never turn off your location. As a matter of fact, what you want to do is share your location. All right. Now, if you tell your girl that I got you in trouble, it's not my fault. I'm just doing this for entertainment purposes. I'm not going to take responsibility for you fucking up your own relationship. Okay. Now, here's the key. You want to have two phones at least. Why do you want to have two phones, fellas? Well, no, not so you can do shit on the side or none of that type of stuff. That's not what you want to do. You want her to be confident in what you got going on, okay? So in order for her to be confident, you have to share your location, but you also have to have two phones. Well, Anton, why do I have to have two phones? Because if you're going to share your location, usually if you go into your settings, right? Show y'all a little something. Some of y'all may be familiar with this. Some of y'all maybe not so much so, all right? If you go into your settings and you scroll up, I can make sure I ain't showing y'all my location. And on the phone, it'll say, let me flip this over for you. On the phone, it'll say, sharing your location from this phone. From this phone, okay? Well, what does that mean? That means that, let's say, for example, you go somewhere, or you out being messy, or you in some shit that you ain't supposed to be in. Well, that means that if you leave this phone, wherever it is that you want to leave it, and you take your other device and you take it with you, that means that they can't say that you were somewhere that you weren't supposed to be, because when they look up your location, it's showing you at the location that you're supposed to be at. You want to make sure that you're sharing your location from the phone that you're going to leave more stationary, all right? You don't want to share your location, and this is why you have to have more than one device. Also, be careful, because when you go into it, a lot of your devices, like your AirPods and stuff like that, a lot of it is attached to a specific device. So you don't want to have this device over here and this device over there. You want to make sure that your devices are attached to the phone that you're sharing your location with, to the people that you want to see it. All right? Molly said these men is going to get caught up. I'm trying to teach them a masterclass in life. These are life lessons, okay? Stop giving them the game. All right, I promise. All right, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. It's a lot of people that don't understand. This ain't it, what Anton is saying. So, share your location, but be careful where you're sharing it from. Leave this device here. Take the other device there. Get your Apple Watch. Make sure it's attached to the device that you're sharing. And don't be out here messy in these streets, all right? Don't be messy in the streets. Also, be careful of the actual vehicle that you're driving. If you're driving something like a Tesla Cybertruck, but then you're sharing the keys with somebody else. If you out here messy in these streets, don't go be messy in the Cybertruck. Why? Because even if they check your location, your Tesla is going to be giving updates and notifications. Hey, they left their door open. Hey, the windows is unlocked. They'll be able to track the location of the Cybertruck or the Tesla Model Y or the Model 3. They'll be able to see that shit and see where it is. Oh, shit, you over there. Oh, spend the money, catch an Uber, do something else. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you cover all of your tracks so you're not out here getting caught up in these streets, okay? You don't want to have to answer questions unnecessarily. You don't want to have to answer questions unnecessarily, all right? And these are things that sometimes you just overlook. All I'm saying is be very, very careful. Be very, very mindful. There's going to come a time, all right? And again, I'm not empowering you guys. I'm just trying to help y'all to understand that you got to stop being so messy. There's going to come a time where all of these things that's interconnected, get rid of that shit. Where you some analog, some mechanical features, okay? Stop being so connected. Got to disconnect a little bit because that shit is going to get you in trouble. And here's the other part for you guys that are so faithful and stuff, and I know that you are because I am also. Here's the other part of it for you guys that are so faithful. Right? There may be a time that comes where you may get a little bit of boxilitis. What does that mean, Anton? You may get weak. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. You share your location. She's in your phone. You have to condition her. You can't be whatever you gonna move like, you can't make any sudden movements, right? So you can't automatically just start coming in and putting your phone down all day or just disappearing for long time, long breaks at a time, or now all of a sudden you're not sharing your location and shit like that. No, you got to ease her into and condition her to know how you move normally. What does that mean, Anton? That means that there shouldn't be any sudden changes or movements or stuff like that, because then you weird. You coming in different every day. You start doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You start water waving and shit. Now you got all of this energy all day. Nigga, whatever you do, you're going to have to be normal with it. You gotta slowly condition people into being who you are. You gotta keep up the same thing that you've been doing. So if you've been out here, nigga, doing regular people stuff and sharing, you can't all of a sudden just disappear, nigga. Oh, my phone died. No, it didn't. Your phone ain't died in 37 years, nigga. Why your phone died now? So you're gonna have to start moving carefully. If you're going to start changing up, then change up slowly. I ain't doing this. What we about to do? We about to go over to Jason Whitlock channel. You going over to Jason Whitlock channel? We about to go over to we're going over to Jason Whitlock channel. Listen, I'm not telling y'all this because this is what I do. I'm telling y'all the reason why I'm so forthcoming with it is because this is not what I do. All right. My game is way up here. Y'all way over here. I'm telling you this because I don't want you to be messy. And messy fucks up relationships. All right. Messy messes up relationship. So Kiwi said, yes, you do. No, I don't. Nope. Can't try that on a hyper aware woman. Sorry, honey bunny. But if you really him, then you don't have to try anything. You just be transparent. And that way you ain't got to do none of that shit. However, I'm just telling y'all, don't be messy because I don't want y'all in these streets looking stupid. Anyways, going over to Jason Whitlock's channel. That's the reason why we did the early live stream today. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me look at a couple more super chats. Says Stephanie Tanner from Fort House was out there protesting. She thought she was low, but got busted by some fans and blew her cover. So stupid. Live Sega says, I'd rather have two phones to be productive. That's why I have it. I got one for business and one for personal. Tabby says, I have never asked to share location. That's the play. Let him do what he want to do. I'm chilling. See, that's why we like you. We like you, Tavi. Did you send me a DM yet? You ain't send me a DM? Too much work. Openly tell me you want to hit something else. Respect over being sneaky when I'm in a safe space. I can't be mad if you have the desire. At least you're telling me it needs attention. Now, here's the key, though, Lex. I'm not telling you nothing. You just got to understand that the game is the game. Listen, fellas, I know y'all looking at Lex, please, and y'all like, yeah, that makes sense. Don't listen to Lex. Don't listen to Lex. Stop telling these women what you about to do before you do it so she can be jealous. What you think, that she not going to crash out and that she not going to be crazy? No, just tell me about it and just tell me, listen, stop letting these women lie to y'all. I love you, Lex. Don't listen to Lex, listen to Anton. Don't listen to Lex, listen to Anton. No matter what you do, you go down and you don't say shit. Don't invite a conversation into there to where they don't need to be had. Now, I'm not telling y'all to move crazy. I'm telling you, stop oversharing. Stop oversharing. She gonna get jealous. She gonna feel some type of way. She gonna get crazy, and then you gonna regret it. Go ahead, listen to her and see what happened. Listen to Lex. Dudes jumping through hoops. What happened to choosing fees? Shout out to you. Lex, please says can't try it on a hyperware woman. Okay. If I was her, you wouldn't want to. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to talk about that. You're right, Lex. You're right. Hit me up. DM me. We need to figure out your content creation strategy. All right. Love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on Jason Whitlock's channel. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Please. Peace.